q12b from the Term 1 exam looked at for students here to demonstrate how road safety is not solely the responsibility of an individual. And it was worth 6 marks. If we go and have a look at our syllabus here, we'll notice it says under the heading of what strategies help to promote the health of individuals. What is health promotion and responsibility for health promotion? We've got individuals, community groups, non-government organisations, governments, international organisations. Learn 2 says describe the various health promotion roles and responsibilities adapted by individuals, groups and governments. These were the 3 here that were required when answering this question. So we have a look at our question again. Demonstrate how road safety is not solely the responsibility of an individual. So therefore the student would need to talk about, in particular, look at information based on how it's not just the individual, but it's also, from here it says, the individual's role would need to be important. Groups, such as community groups, governments, whether that be non-government organisations or government organisations. And you could have included international organisations if students wanted to, as another option there. But they're the 3 things there. So for 6 marks, students needed to get 3 out of 3. Sorry, needed to include 3 for 6 things there. We have a look at a couple of sample answers here. Again, demonstrate how road safety is not solely the responsibility of an individual, worth 6 marks. The student really well set out here. Individuals, talks about some of the responsibilities that individuals may need to do to make sure they drive safely. Okay, that's one important part there which they need to look at. Then down the bottom, then there's also an example has been included. Then we look at governments, different responsibilities that the governments may have to show here, so have here in terms of road safety. So it's not just individuals. Okay, talking about some of the speed zones in government legislation. The community, what sort of responsibilities they have. So it's not just individual again. To behave as pedestrians or passengers, abiding by passenger and pedestrian rules. For example, using zebra crossings. So there's, look, 3 simple things there, straight from the syllabus. Individuals, governments, community, all answering the question, demonstrating how road safety is not solely the responsibility of an individual. So you can still include individual there, which is fine. What I like about this answer is the way it's been set out. There's probably no need to leave a line because you may run out of space at the bottom, but it's been underlined, which makes it clear to see what the 3 areas are going to be, which makes it a lot easier to mark, which is very good. We look at another example here. Same with this student. We've got individuals. Before we've read a word, we know individuals, we've got groups, and we've got government groups here. So we've got 3 areas again that come straight from the syllabus that have been included. We've gone through and spoke about the sort of roles that they have and the importance that person has, so it's not just the individual that's responsible. Groups can refer to peers, schools or non-government organisations. So he's even included one here under groups and then broken up in the 3 areas, which again just is outstanding with some examples to support it. We get down the bottom, we talk about government, what sort of role they play. Well, they play a significant role when it comes to road safety because of the rules and regulations that they put in place. It speaks about the police and the importance they have on road safety. So look, 2 very, very good answers. Even though this one hasn't been underlined, it's been a little bit indented, so it stands out. The reason why I don't like to indent, because this is a waste of space here that could be still used for some parts of the question. So there's our question B there, looking at demonstrates how road safety is not solely the responsibility of an individual. Just some feedback overall, looking at this question here from students, was that again, I thought the question was poorly set out. A lot of work needs to be done with our setting out of responses. Students, in terms of underlining or writing them in red, so the 3 areas stood out. Students were unable to include at least 3 of the factors. And a lot of the students in both classes spent too much of the answered space here or just talking about the individual's responsibility, when you need to talk about other things as well as the individual. A lot of students were able to mention a couple of the 3 areas here, which was good, but were just too general and too basic in what they were saying. Some students went off and included areas from the Ottawa Charter. Now, it doesn't ask anything about the Ottawa Charter. If we go back to our syllabus, we'll notice that there's nothing here involving the Ottawa Charter. So I don't know why students have put Ottawa Charter in. That's further down in our syllabus. As well as examples that students gave, which is a positive here, we'll finish with a positive, was that students gave some very good examples in this area here. So when speaking about governments, whether it be different laws, when talking about communities, talking about pedestrian crossings and putting things in place at the community level to make sure people are nice and safe, so not just individual. But the examples were very good by most students. So that was question 12b.